Mr. Vicious is a punk. He listens to punk rock all day long. Sometimes he listens to punk rock so loud, his mum has to tell him to turn it down. Mr. Vicious lives with his mum in a suburban semi-detached in Surrey. Don't tell Mr. Vicious he's posh though. He can't be posh because he's an anarchist. Anarchy! He yells to his mum at the breakfast table. No, I will not pour your boring bourgeois milk on my cornflakes. Give me cider. Would you like some orange juice, son? Yeah, go on then. Mr. Vicious is going to London to protest about the government's cuts and to shout at Mr. Osborne for doing whatever it is that Mr. Osborne has done to upset everybody this week. On his way to Westminster, Mr. Vicious bumped into an old friend who was looking dazed as he'd just been hit on the head with a fire extinguisher thrown from the top of a building. What do you think about the government's cuts? He asked him. Well, he said, I think reducing the deficit gradually over a number of years would have been a more sensible solution to the current economic crisis than trying to eradicate it totally in the 5 years of a single government term. You can't possibly expect the private sector to pick up the slack, as evidenced by 2.5 million unemployed people. Also, I hope it doesn't affect the NHS too badly, because they keep me supplied in bandages. I can't afford to buy my own bandages now that my student fees are £9,000 a year. Mr. Vicious had a feeling he didn't agree with this, but he kept it to himself. He got to the protest march and saw some more old faces that he recognised. Yeah, down with capitalism, he tweeted from his iPhone. Stick it to the man, whoever that is. He soon got bored and went for a walk, buying a newspaper from a scaled-down supermarket that also sold sausage rolls containing horse meat. On the front page, he was saddened to read the news that his good friend, the restaurant critic Mr. Winner, had died. He was distraught. He was hoping Mr. Winner was going to take him for a candlelit dinner in that new French bistro in Guildford. He was so sad, in fact, that his eyes filled with tears and he didn't see the approaching lamppost. He walked into it and stumbled, falling headfirst into the murky waters of the Thames. Submerged in the filth, he thought to himself, look at me, I'm parodying my own belief system. I'm literally swimming in shit. I don't believe any of this stuff. I don't care about student fees and property prices. Boris Johnson is great. The deregulation of the banks was a good thing. He climbed out of the water with the help of a passing policeman, who was soon to be made redundant, and noticed that the abrasive nature of the river's water had washed all of the superglue out of his mohawk, revealing long black hair he'd forgotten about since he last washed. He realised suddenly, with a shock, God, I'm not a punk at all, I'm a metaller. Next year there was a general election. With his newfound right-wing sensibility, Mr. Vicious voted for Little Miss Thatcher, who closed the pits and made quite a ruckus in Argentina, and ruled the Dales with an iron fist.